Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to stand here and give my speech. My name is Xue Chen. My group members are Qi Qianhe, Fu Ruiling, Hui Yuegao, Yu Chenguo. Today I would like to talk Assessment 2, the Integrative Thinking Project. Our topic is Reduce Household Waste. We are going to discuss six parts: introduction, background, stage, solution, conclusion, and the reference list. Let's start with introduction. With the development of economic level, the material consumption level of people is rising. Rubbish is a product of people's daily life, and the amount of litter is growing rapidly. Litter has been found in the global marine environment, not only in the ocean, but also on land. Microplastics have been found to have entered the food chain. In this project, we will reduce litter through an integrated thinking process. Many countries around the world are surrounded by rubbish. The latest statistics show that Australia generated 67 million tons of rubbish in 2016 to 2017. It is estimated that approximately 113,000 tons of Australian plastic ends up in waterways and ocean each year. This is poses a threat to human and animal health as well as the environment as a whole. This is why we need to promote waste reduction and green living. Part 3, we have 4 stages here, and I will discuss the stage 1, articulate the opposite models. Step 1, waste from the household can cause environmental pollution and analysis waste of resource. The benefit of effective waste disposal include reducing harmful toxic waste, protected the environment to reduce pollution and improve the quality of the living environment. Large amounts of garbage can produce bacteria and increase the proliferations of the infectious disease. Reducing waste reduce the waste rate. The landfill space saving will also reduce polluted air and water pollution. Waste plastics in the soil can lead to decreasing in crop quality. Waste plastics can accumulate ingest by animals, lead to injury or death. Step 2 and 3, the reduction of household waste can start as the source. For example, people generated a series of packaging waste when they go out shopping. Start minimizing garbage waste as the design and production stage of goods. Rejection, excessive package, and reducing waste. People can choose goods that do not bring a lot of waste when they shopping. Majors can choose to use better and environmental friendly materials when faced with a large amounts of waste. People separate and recycle the waste to avoid wasting resource. The separated garbage can be selected and reused as resource to promote recycling. Step 4, in Model 1, people can solve the problem at source. When shopping, customer can observe whether the packaging material of goods are capsules and frozen, and whether they can be degraded to packaged goods. Manufacturers need to design simpler packaging and use environmental friendly biodegradable materials in the production process. This will incur additional cost of the manufacturer and reduce profit. In Model 2, customer need to learn about waste perception, which is hazardous waste and which is recyclable waste. Raising knowledge and awareness of waste separation instead of limiting the generation of waste. Manufacturers can use recyclable materials through proper recycling. Turning our attention now to stage 2, my group member Qi Qianhe will discuss this part.
Hello, my name is Qi Qianhe, and I will give you an evaluation of these two models from these 4 aspects, which will be used to analyze the feasibility of each model. First of all, let me give you the similarities of the two models. Definitely, both projects have the same goal, in order of reducing household waste. Secondly, both also require the inclusion of a third party. Model 1 requires manufacturers to replace the outer packaging, develop and design new environmentally friendly packaging, while Model 2 requires community to set up new awareness programs to spread the knowledge of waste separation, and also need government to set up new laws to regulate. The difference between the two models are given, mainly regarding the impact on product sales. For Model 1, then the implementation process may face the simplification of product packaging that consumers receive. On the contrary, if Model 2 is adopted, the consumer experience in the purchasing process will not get worse, but the follow-up garbage classification problems of the government and the community will mock up them. Next, the advantages of the respective models are stated. The implementation of Model 1 is more significant and faster. This fundamentally reduces waste pollution, so the effect is relatively quicker to manage. In addition, the implementation of Model 2 focuses more on the ability to deal with garbage. So not only the government's exclusion is tested, but also everyone's awareness garbage sorting needs to be raised. But in this waste treatment method reform will drive the development of waste utilization type enterprises, but also can bring some revenue to the government. Finally, it is the overall analysis of the pain point. For Model 1, the money that the company needs to invest in the researching new packaging is huge, and may not be affordable for the company whose profits are relatively small. Not only that, some high-end goods lying in a beautiful packaging box is also a necessary factor. Therefore, the government can invest in the development of environmentally friendly packaging, and each company can buy different sizes of packages from the government according to their needs. For Model 2, although the government invests a lot of money to replace the waste separation bins, people still can't sort the waste correctly because of the lack of knowledge of waste separation, which affects the profitability of waste recycling. Therefore, the government may need to keep investing in the promotion of waste separation for all people and targeting different groups with different platforms. Next, Furen will introduce Stage 3 to you.
Thanks, Qitian. I'm Furen Li. I'm going to talk about Stage 3, explore the possibilities, which can be divided into 3 pathways. They are the hidden gene, the double down, and decomposition. Firstly, we can build a new solution from the previous 2 opposite models by combining elements that are available in both models. Model 1 is to reduce household waste directly at the source by stopping expensive packaging and using environmentally and biodegradable packaging materials to achieve the goal. Model 2 does not restrict the generation of household waste, but rather promotes awareness of waste separation so that recyclable waste can be recycled appropriately. Secondly, our first task is to integrate the strengths of each model and make full use of them. The purpose of Model 1 is that it limits the generation of domestic waste and increases the use of environmentally degradable materials. The purpose of Model 2 is that it raises people's awareness of environmental protection and also effectively recycle and reduce most of the waste. When they effectively avoids environmental pollution caused by landfills or incineration, although waste-to-energy incineration is touted as the key to reduce carbon emission from waste disposal in the future, but waste incineration actually produces more carbon emission than landfills and is a major source of air pollution. Both models have drawbacks. In Model 1, companies going to biodegradable materials to promote their brand will push up the cost. In Model 2, landfill technology and costs are an issue, and it is unknown whether citizens will do what we expect them to do. Therefore, to ensure that this new model can be better implemented, we also need the joint efforts of government, consumers, retailers, and manufacturers. The first thing needed is for the government to increase tax on manufacturers of overpackaging, so that companies will encourage consumers to bring their own bags, and reduce the use of shopping bags by discounting or raising the price of plastic bags and overpackaged gift boxes. Because as long as their price go up, people's demand will go down. The Australian government also said it will limit the use of single-use products and refuse to use plastic bags when they are not needed. The government can also broadcast promotional films through the media and allow schools to improve education on the separation of household waste. Finally, the tax revenue obtained by the government can be used for research and development of garbage recycling technology. That's all for stage 3. Next, Richard will talk about the stage 4.
This is stage 4. At this stage, we will discuss how our idea was developed, how to proceed, and finally test its feasibility. We need 3 steps. First is define what each possibility is. Second, to understand the logic of each possibility. And finally, design and execute each test. In the step 1, we combine the advantages of 2 existing models to produce a new model, which we will discuss next. The model was inspired by New Zealand government policy on waste management. In order for people to understand each model more clearly, we need to work at 3 levels: the government, customers, and retailers, to create a corresponding and oversight solution so that the problem can be solved more comprehensively and at a lower cost. For the government may formulate some about disposing of household waste punishment policy to give people the corresponding punishment based on the applied weight. For example, retailers and manufacturers are paid more by the government to pay attention to the amount of waste they dispose of or the number of times they discharge excess waste within a given period of time. To customers, as a group at the end of the industrial chain, customers should be influenced by cultivating their environmental awareness and some other methods. For example, they are interested in money, so we can spend money to recycle some old clothes, and then customers will feel encouraged. In addition, customers' awareness of waste output can be raised through social welfare and volunteer activities. For retailers, such as Walmart, a large shopping mall, green marketing can increase consumers' purchase intention and increase retailers' income. They need to capture the customers' psychological, so that consumers can help but produce environmentally friendly behavior in the process of consumption. For instance, provide disposable plastic bags, pay some environmental friendly shopping bags, and so on. In this section, we will examine which model is the most feasible by the results presented by different tests. As we can see from the right chart, over the past decade, New Zealand's recycling rate has kept pace or outpaced its economy. This is because of a new recycling system rolled out by NEA. In addition, the government has also cooperated with some retailers to launch some recyclable packaging products to influence consumers' environmental awareness. For the second test, we found Shanghai, Japan, Australia, these places, they are in the environmental good regions and countries. This is because the government has made corresponding waste management policies based on the local environment, which is very important. For the finally theory, we took a formal questionnaire, asking people if they are willing to increase some contribution to the environment in different ways. As you can see in the results, most of the people are willing to do something to reduce their waste through the different ways, like use recycled bags or learn some knowledge about reducing the pollution. So these are on my stage, and in the next stage, Hui will elaborate our final solution. So let's give time to.
Hi, I'm Hui Gao. Today I'm going to show how to reduce household waste. We need to solve this problem from the government, customers, and manufacturers. Different garbage treatment policies should be formulated and implemented in cities with different conditions, such as cities with heavy industry, light industry, high consumption, and dense population. At the same time, through TV, advertising, videos, classics, and something else, to guide people to improve the awareness of the environmental protection and the reasonable garbage classification, to republish the harm caused by environmental pollution. At the same time, make some rules and regulations for merchants from reducing exercise packaging per financial policies will be given to business at the recycled waste materials, and what will be reduced or reduced in the material recycling industry to encourage enterprise and participate in waste recycling, and train more researchers to develop new environmentally friendly material or better disposal of waste. Customers need to improve their awareness of garbage classification and classify garbage more accurately for garbage disposal. Buy as many environmentally friendly packaging items as possible and avoid overpackaging. Considerably reduce use of disposal products. For example, when you go to the supermarket, we need to bring our own bag instead of using plastic bag, and reduce the use of deposit product when you go to the party. At the same time, Some environmental protection organizations should be set up to spontaneously publish the harm caused by environmental pollution to more people. Waste can be reduced by donating all things such as clothes, shoes, and furniture, rather than throwing them away. Finally, as a manufacturer, it is necessary to prohibit excessive packaging of products sold with discardable materials regardless of cost and recycling available resources for secondary use as far as possible. Finally, no production, no consumption, so reduce the production of deposit products. First of all, in the whole process, we have elaborated two models to solve household waste and carry out a comprehensive analysis. Then I weighed the pros and cons of two models by understanding the actual conditions of different industries. Secondly, we combined two complete opposite models, analyzed their strengths and weaknesses, and added new elements to create a more complete model, and investigate whether the new model is feasible and effective in the long run. Finally, in general, in order to reduce household waste, it needs to comprehensive cooperation of the government, consumers, and manufacturers. Technological innovation is also important in reducing household waste, from policy, reproduction, treatment, education, and recycling. So this is our reference list. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.